All right, first and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ, Yahweh Shai. Brother Chief Priest, Alazar Ben Loye, aka the Gorilla Hebrew.
It's the brother Asad.
Shabbat Shalom, Yasharallah. Man. So last time you heard from us, it was on water, right? Last class. So I want to pick up where we left off at. I'm going to talk about a few things. Well, first and foremost, last class we did ended abruptly. It was called Amber Guyger, Guilty and More. That class was done, of course, before, I want to say this again, before the sentence was given out to Amber Guyger. Okay? Before. Judah Hebrew, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Brakatah Watawada. What happened is my fiber cable for my modem got stripped. That's why that class ended abruptly. It was only 46 minutes long. You know, that's very atypical of classes we do. You like to give at least an hour to an hour and a half minimum. So that class ended just abruptly because my fiber wire got messed up, and it took them 2 days to get a tech out here to repair it. Okay, so that's all fixed today. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. Since then, we know a lot has happened. We know that a very light sentence was given to a murderer by the name of Amber Guyger in Dallas, Texas. We know that the brother of the departed, Botham Shem Jean, his brother Brant Jean, got on the stand and said he would rather she not have to go to jail. We know that a bailiff, and then he hugged her. We know a bailiff brushed her hair, and we know the judge, the black judge, hugged her. Go ahead.
The father.
Yo, yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. We know the father said that he wants to be her friend one day. We know that two of the jurors, which it was a picture of a black woman and a white man, which I said is a metaphor for this whole situation. It is a metaphor for this whole situation. Said that what was it? Why did they say they give her a light sentence? Elvis Smalls, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Brakatah Watawada. He said, could I speak with you on the phone? They were bringing out, send us an email. Exodus, somebody give me the email, send us an email out, we set it up. Go ahead, out.
It might have been the testimony from Amber Guyger's mother.
No, they didn't identify that. They said they just didn't feel, they felt like 28 years was just too much. See, this is, and this is what has to be spoken about. I need everyone to understand. And I went around purposely correcting every single person I saw. The judge, the system did not sentence Amber Guyger. A predominantly black jury sentenced Amber Guyger. A predominantly black female jury sentenced Amber Guyger. This is a very rare thing. It's a very rare thing. I've never heard of a jury. I've heard of a jury doing what we call sentence recommendations, but I've never heard of a jury actually deliberating and deciding sentencing, the punishment phase. I never heard of that. I don't know if this is all over. I don't know if I don't know if it's just Texas, but I guess she opted for the jury to do this. So guess what we can't do this time? We can't blame the police department. We can't blame the white man. We can't blame the system. We can only blame ourselves for allowing white supremacist Christianity to control us to this level. I mean, we've been indoctrinated so deeply that we look at a murderer, an admitted racist, on the text messages that were read and presented to the jury during the sentencing phase. Right? And we said, nah, she only needs 10 years. We looked at a white district attorney that says she needs to do no less than 28 years. Since when does the DA get it right and the black jury doesn't? The DA got it right this time. There was a black DA, but I'm talking about the little short, fat white man. He said she needs at least 28 years. Both of them, Shim Jong was about to be 28. She needed at least 28 years. That's what the white man said. But that predominantly black jury, predominantly black female jury, said, nah, she only need 10. How evil is that? That's so evil. It's so many moving parts. There's so much to talk about in this situation. That, listen, put it like this. This situation has so much to talk about and it's so frustrating, I almost just want to move past it and never mention it again and bury it so deep in my memory, it'd be like it never happened. But I can't. And I can't because every time I get on Facebook and every time I get on Instagram and every time I get on YouTube, it's the only topic of conversation because of how awe-striking it is. It is such a testament to the mental enslavement that blacks and Hispanics have experienced and are experiencing. They have done such a tremendous number. I'm talking about God. This is if he is not the devil, officer, who is? Who else can indoctrinate a people so deeply that you can do anything to them and they still won't think you're wrong? I mean, the white man is like the true rapist and sexual deviant.
You know, it's just stuff like this is just so heartbreaking. And I mean, you know, Alizar mentioned just now how he almost wish he could just bury this away. But you look at a situation like this, and despite how horrifying it is, not only the situation itself, but the reaction that our people gave, specifically of the Christian background, but it goes to show a multitude of things, and chiefly this oppressor of ours, this Edomite, he's a monster. Like there's not a word to describe how wicked he is. I'm sure we could combine it
a few terms.
Right, we could possibly describe how evil he is, but this is a sick, twisted, demented monster that we're dealing with. We're not dealing with a regular human being. We're not dealing with a regular wicked individual. We're dealing with the man of sin.
Yeah, that's a good point. The man of sin.
I mean, no other race of people on this planet outside of our people would do something like this. She's an admitted racist. She's admitted racist.
They brought out the text messages where she was going to buy a German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd, an owner said the dog is racist, and she replied, "It's okay, I'm that way too." She said that, and this jury still only gave her a decade.
This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse. You can really read the whole first chapter, but I'm gonna start at verse 4. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity. That's us, sinful, wicked, a seed of evildoers. Children are corrupters. That's those people right there. And what do you mean, you people? Them people that sat up there and only gave her 10 years. You're evil as hell. And
there's no love in your heart.
No, you hate. Seriously. And then we'll talk about, well, that's so crazy, John. I'm glad you said that. Because a Christian are really, in their mind, they're so demented and they're so twisted in their mind that they think that what they did in showing forgiveness to that person that wrongfully murdered a child of God, that's real love. They actually think that that's love.
Yeah, they believe that in their heart of hearts.
They believe in their heart of hearts. That's actually love.
And we're gonna get into these scriptures.
Yeah.
We just giving this preface now. Go ahead, Locke.
It says, they have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. That's what you've done. Verse 5. This is really what I wanted. Why should you be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. You're like a badass kid that you get your ass whooped and you just still don't get it. It says, though, this is the point that I want. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. You're sick. You're just sick. Our people are sick and they need help. Seriously. We've been going through the worst domestic violence situation in the history of the planet Earth with the so-called white man, with America. and we've reached to a point where it's not even Stockholm syndrome.
So like your soldier Hazard, the war dog Hazard Izab, was Zabulon made a good point. He said it's literally the equivalent for 5 counts of cruelty to animals out there in Texas. He looked it up. So that means that literally it's like she was cruel to 5 different animals.
Wow.
And then that she got the equivalent sentence to that. Mm-hmm. Because why? Why is that? Oh, it's because they look at us like we're animals?
Right.
Does that possibly play a factor into that? But here's the problem. We're saying they. It's not even they. This goddamn time, it's us.
Yeah.
It's us. There were 2 white people on that jury. The other 10 black and there were 2 white people, 1 Asian, so 9 black and Hispanic on that jury, right? 6, 7 of them black women. And you mean to tell me again? I said it. If anybody been watching, I said we can count on our sisters, and I said I believe that if it's our sisters on that jury, that we are going to get a guilty verdict. I believe that, and we got a guilty of murder verdict. I believe that, but listen, you were not going to sell me on that they were going to give her anything less than at least 15 years, man. Anything less than 15 years, I didn't see happening by any stretch of the imagination. And yet, here it is. And I made a post, and you had certain black women behave hypersensitive, just a couple. And I want to say this, when I said the predominantly black female jury, I'm not saying that it's all black women, but I'm certainly blaming those black women. I will definitely blame those black women for this, for letting their son, letting their brother not get true justice.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
You could have gave her 99 years. You could have sentenced her from anywhere from 5 to 99 years. You gave the bitch 10. 10. Again, y'all gotta understand the level of time and dedication that me and this brother Hassad have put into this situation. When hours after she murdered this brother, we was the only 2 niggas outside. We were outside. Nobody else was outside. We was outside. And 1 news van. That was it. You feel me? It was us. Every day. Just for our own people to drop the ball. When the DA goes, she need 20. I think the judge would have gave her more. And the judge was a coon her goddamn self giving her a hug. But I truly believe the judge would have even gave her more than a dime. A dime for a body? I know niggas is doing 50 years for bodies. Life for bodies. Right now. This bitch got a dime? Salakia, go ahead.
Lamentations chapter 4 verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out their breasts. They give suck to their young ones. A goddamn sea monster is going to feed its child. It says, the daughter of my people is become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness. Those sisters, and again, like the brother prefaced it, we're not talking about all so-called black women. We're talking about those particular black women.
Hey, without a doubt.
And they are monsters. For how do you sleep?
Well, they don't have an ounce. They don't have an ounce of love in their heart. Soldier Zayaza said, I know a homie doing life for he's smuggling. Dude, 69 years for a robbery. Nobody died. I'm going to show you the difference between black lives and white lives in this place. Black and Hispanic lives and white lives in this place. You know the dude that sold Mac Miller his drugs that he overdosed with was locked up?
Yeah. Recently.
That's how much the white life matter.
Yeah.
You sold him the drugs. Well, I didn't tell him to overdose on them.
Right.
That's his fault. Guess what? You're going to jail.
Yeah.
Right? But you literally kill somebody, give you a little 10 piece. Little 10 piece for murder. She walked in that door with all plans to murder the person that was on the other side of that door. All plan, admittedly, under oath, on the stand, admitted. So you get the conviction, right? Guilty of murder. but the sentencing. That was the responsibility of those black women and black men and Hispanic men and women on that jury. To hell with the white and the Asian. I'm talking about our people that go through this, that know what time it is, that know people or themselves have been the victim of police brutality on one level or another, police maltreatment on one level or another. This lying ass bitch who's going to get on that stand and say no cop would ever intentionally hurt an innocent person. That's what the bitch had the nerve to say. You know damn well as a black or Hispanic sitting on that goddamn jury. And yes, I call it goddamn because God condemns that jury.
That's right.
Because it's an unjust jury.
Right.
It's a wicked jury. It's an evil jury. And it's a jury that is totally absent of the knowledge and the love of God. Yeah. That goddamn jury is going to sit there knowing good and well that police hurt innocent blacks and Hispanics on a hourly basis. Goddamn a daily. And like Randy Torres says, that nigga that hugged, that mother, and I wish I could have talked, because she tried to talk to me at one of the rallies. But my back was turned and I missed her. That mother, the mother of both them Shimjon, should beat the hell out of her little coon ass son, man. She should beat the hell. She should get him a good old fashioned island ass whooping with the machete. That's what she should do. Beat the hell out that little boy. Got the nerve to hug that bitch that stole your big brother away from you. She stole your brother. Your brother minding his business, eating a bowl of ice cream. She stole that nigga from you. And you dare to hug the bitch? You bailiff, you coon bitch. Coonisha, Cooniana. You gonna sit there and you gonna brush this bitch hair and you gonna console her. When she disrespected the badge and killed the innocent person, I thought the badge mattered. See that? But Yafa, it's not just the brothers that love the heathens, because that's why I said I was hoping it's a female jury. It's the sisters that do too. Let her mama come in there and cry about her being touched when she was 6 years old. Bitch, that was 20 years ago. Get over it.
What the hell does that have to do with you killing somebody in 2019?
Nothing.
You got touched in 93, and you got touched. What the hell does that have to do with killing somebody, man?
Nothing.
And them women ate it up. Oh, she got. Okay, let's say she did. What the hell does that translate into justifiable murdering somebody? That's justified because she got touched. Now she get to kill somebody. How many black girls get touched every single day? You see them going and killing people?
Well. How about why don't we go into some of these black men who have been sentenced to football numbers in life and the death penalty, and let's go into their history and let's see if they've been molested in their past. I bet you'd be surprised at the staggering numbers that have. So now should we go back and review their sentence? Maybe, take a little easy on them. Maybe just give them 10 for that body that they caught. You understand what I'm saying? Our people are like, I said this at camp yesterday. This is the type of stuff that make me like, I'm done talking to these people. I'm just dealing with Israel that's in the truth, and that's it. And when people come in, I'll deal with them. Like, it almost makes me want to stop dealing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, because it's too in me to teach and to build. But that's the type of stuff that make a nigga think about it, make a nigga consider it, because that is like, who am I talking to? And these niggas out here that deny the Bible and deny the essential, necessary need of divine intervention, you're an idiot. Yeah. You're an absolute idiot. If you think for a second we're just going to get it together and we're just all going to come together and have some economic plan and we're going to uplift ourselves and we're going to start participating in politics and we're going to drag ourselves out of this lowly state that we've been in for half a millennia, you're an idiot. You're out of your mind. Literally, if you don't believe that who the world calls Christ is going to crack the sky and come save us, you believe we will never be saved. You believe we're screwed. These people. Now I'm talking about ourselves. I'm talking about us. These people. Yes. These people who would give a goddamn murderer of their brother 10 years. These people need Jesus. Or say it properly, they need Yahushua, because we are not going to get it on our own. We're not just going to figure it out on our own. the love, the deep-rooted love and indoctrination of the oppressor. It is so, it is very, it is, Shalom to the house of David. It is who we are. I want y'all to understand that. It is who we are. It's not even that buried in our subconscious. Like, it is who so many of our people are. And that's madness. Go ahead.
Okay. This is Jeremiah 13:1. Let's get the context. Listen, this verse has literally just popped in my head. The Spirit wants it to come out. Jeremiah 13:1. Thus saith the Lord unto me, Go and get thee a linen girdle, and put it upon thy loins, and put it not in water. So I got a girdle according to the word of the Lord, and put it on my loins. I'm going to jump to verse 7. Then I went to Euphrates and digged and took the girdle from the place where I had hid it. So the Most High told Jeremiah, get this girdle, poke a bunch of holes, like destroy it. It'd be like the Most High told you, get a t-shirt, rip it apart, throw it on the ground, stomp on it, treat it like crap, right? And behold, the girdle was marred. It was profitable for nothing. Verse 10. I'm jumping to verse 10. This evil people, this people, our people, this evil people, which refuse to hear my words, which walk in the imagination of their heart and walk after other gods, do what the hell they want to do, have their own form of justice, love their oppressor, to serve them and to worship them shall even be as this girdle, which is good for nothing. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're good for goddamn nothing, man. That's just the truth. And that's why 2/3 of you are going to die. Lord willing, we're not at that number. 2/3 of you so-called blacks and Hispanics are going to get put to death. And it's such a miracle. And we praise the Lord that even 33% of us are going to make it. That's a lot.
That's miraculous.
That's incredible.
That's a favor. That's a gift. That's grace. That 33.3% of us are going to make it out of this place. Because goddamn, I mean, this is, it was just so like, wow, man. Just goddamn it, wow. That also let me know that if she would have been acquitted, the city of Dallas would have not reacted. After Micah Johnson, they're done. They're done reacting.
That was their one.
That was their one hero. This is madness, man. And again, it was in the hands of our people. It shows. Please give me John 8:44, please.
John chapter 8, verse 44. You're of your father, the devil.
That's a lot of our people. Well, it's 2/3 of our people. That's why the 66.6%. That's why the number of the devil is 666. Because that's the percentage of our people who are of their father, the devil, who have decided to leave the family of God and would rather join Satan's family and follow him. Read.
You're of your father, the devil.
Read on.
And the lust of your father you will do.
And you'll do the lust of your father. You have been so indoctrinated and you follow the devil so earnestly through your Christianity, you will do the lusts of your father, meaning you'll do his will. Yeah. His will was to not adjudicate and prosecute Amber Guyger to the full extent of the law for the murder that she committed. That is the will of the devil. Right? Read on.
He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth.
See that? He's a murderer and you now are co-conspiring with the murderer. Yeah. So the murderer does not get just punishment for their murder. Read.
Appreciate that. It says, and abode not in the truth, because there's no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
Well, she got up there and lied and cried and a sob story. She spoke of herself because the bitch a liar, because she come from a people of liars.
That's right.
Read on.
For he is a liar and the father of it. So on that.
That's right. Go ahead, precept.
Acts chapter 3, verse 17. Yep. Verse 14. Acts chapter 3, verse 14. Let's get to the point. You can read it yourselves. But ye denied the Holy One, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, or tribe. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, the Israelites. You denied the Holy One, you denied Christ, and desired a murderer to be granted unto you. The same. This is how we know who the Israelites are. What'd you say? You said, give us Barabbas, crucify Christ.
Give us Guyger.
Give us Guyger.
Listen, did them one better. Did them one better than at least getting a murder of your own people.
Right.
You want the damn Edomite murderer. You want the devil.
Yeah.
You want the oppressor.
I got another one. I'm pretty sure you might have this written down. Is it in Jeremiah?
No, I don't got that.
Oh, okay. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 25. Withhold thy foot from being unshod, and thy throat from thirst. But thou saidest, there is no hope. No, For I love strangers, and after them will I go. I mean, that's self-explanatory. You love strangers, and that's why you let them kill your people day in and day out. You let them kill what? Okay, chat. Let me just ask you guys a hypothetical question, right? Let's say an Arab. Let's she walked inside Abdullah Mugafi's apartment and shot him down. What do you think that the Arabs are gonna do? Huh? Do you think that the Muhammad is just gonna sit there
Carlos Anderson, y'all about some y'all shop rocket
and give the person that killed their family member a hug? No. Is the Asian man gonna do that? No.
Not a chance in hell.
There's seriously, y'all need to just do a process of elimination. Get all the peoples on the earth.
Black men organized. He could be as wicked as he want to be, or Edomite don't have the right to kill him.
That's right.
You have to understand something. That matter of fact, let me give me numbers. You know what I want the numbers at? 21. I'm gonna show you something. Y'all leave black men organized alone. All right. We're gonna educate the brother. Okay, because he's been taught a hatred doctrine towards his own people by some Israelite group out there. Right? Don't worry about it. We're gonna educate him through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, edify the brother. Right? Let's get the book of Numbers. I'm gonna show you something, my brother. Don't worry about it. We're going to show you why an Israelite can be as wicked as he wants to be. Another nation does not have their right to touch him. Thus saith the Lord. And another nation, if they do peradventure touch him, will be judged. It's about Numbers 20. You know what I want?
No.
You know what? Where's Excalibur? I got it highlighted here. I know I do.
I got to present the responsibility too.
Hold that. Just hold that. Nah, not Numbers 35. You don't know what I'm looking for. Point. We going there. Don't you worry. We going there in a second. And I'm gonna show how gang members understand love better than a Christian could ever. But yet they will get. I need you to hold for me too. Child of hell. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Hold for me, child of hell. Exactly. Yeah. Because that's all a Christian is. A goddamn child of hell. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I got it.
There you go. All right, where we at? He wasn't dealing with heathen. Black men organized. What heathens was he dealing with? Where we at? I don't got it in here. Well, I'm gonna find it right now. Yeah, what heathens was he doing? He did not have a white girlfriend, contrary to the lie that's been propagated in regards to him.
We were there to find out if that was the case.
Yeah, matter of fact, his white girl neighbor told us that she's only seen him with a black girl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we talked to these people. Y'all gotta understand something. We was there, man.
Right.
Every day. No, we didn't one day. We was there every day, man. This is why I feel so let down in this situation. I was on the front lines. Go ahead. Oh no, Salaki, hold it.
Yeah.
Let me find this first. And
while the brother's getting that too, just ask yourselves, what nation on the earth would act the way that we acted just now? And you're gonna come to the only answer, the only conclusion that there is. We're the only people on the planet Earth that love their oppressor this much. This is insane. This is crazy. This is like a low point, a really
low point in black history.
This is super low.
Extremely low. One of the lowest. Watch this. It's right here. It's got to be right here. Right here. Deuteronomy 23 and 21. Now watch this. I mean Numbers 23 and 21.
Okay, I'm there.
Now watch this. Hold up. Because there's something that you got to go. And then hold Numbers 21 and 27. I'm going to show you something right here. Ice Garcia, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Baraka Tawa. I'm gonna show y'all something. And that's right, black men organized, and you're better, and you should, right? But read that.
Numbers chapter 23, verse 21. He hath not beheld iniquity in Jacob.
The Most High said he have not beheld iniquity in Jacob. Read on.
Neither hath he seen perverseness in Israel.
Neither have he seen perverseness in Israel. Read on.
The Lord Yahweh is with him.
You see that? Yahweh's with us. He have not beheld iniquity. He ain't seen iniquity in us. You see that? Now watch this. Go to 21:7. Let's go 2 chapters earlier.
Numbers chapter 21 verse 7. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord.
Well, we just committed iniquity.
Yeah.
But 2 chapters later, the Most High said he never saw no iniquity in us. But who is he saying that to? He was saying that to the heathen. Because as far as the heathen are concerned, we are completely and totally the most innocent and righteous people that have ever existed. And we deserve absolutely nothing negative from them ever and at all. See that? That's as far as the nations are concerned, thus saith the Lord. So no heathen ever have the right to put their hand on the Israelite. Under no circumstances whatsoever. And the Most High are going to require that. So like, all right, precept. Sound like go off. Right? We were muted. Go ahead.
Matthew 23 and 15. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. You Christians are hypocrites.
The biggest.
Yeah, for you can pass sea and land to make one proselyte.
And
when he is made...
Oh, so like you hold it. Okay. Hold that right there.
Okay.
Don't go to it. Yeah. Don't go to it yet. We gonna go into how gangbangers understand love better than a Christian. Have a far greater understanding of love than a Christian. But the problem with the gang member is a thin line between what? Love and hate. And that line gets crossed and it spins off into hatred and mass murder. That's when it becomes a serious problem. Right? But we're going to go into this real quick through the Spirit of the Most High. Right? I got something. What? Go ahead.
Okay. I just want to read this just to prove a point real quick. Leviticus 25 and what is it, like 53? Okay. Leviticus 25 and 53. It says, and as a... Okay, you can read it in the context if you want to. Leviticus 25 and 53. And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with him. This is talking about if another nation is amongst us and Israel has to work for him. And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with him. And the other shall not rule, the heathen, shall not rule with rigor over him in thy sight. Meaning, it's a commandment from God that you do not let heathens treat us any type of way. You do not let a heathen treat another brother or sister any type of way. That is a commandment from God. You do not allow that. So it doesn't matter if he was wicked or not. The scriptures say you don't let a heathen treat us any type of way in thy sight. You can't. If you see that, you have to put a stop to that. So don't give a damn how wicked he was. He didn't deserve to be murdered by some devil in his own home eating ice cream watching a freaking football game.
Period. Point blank, period.
Especially by the devil. Are you kidding me? The devil?
The devil, man. Well,
okay, that'd be remiss. John 10 and 19. But this is, we don't marvel. Is it John 10 and 19? Is it John 10? 10. John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. That's all these people come to do. To kill, steal, destroy. But the problem with us is when we go and forgive and love these people.
No, she was charged with murder, Yakana. It was murder. Murder in Texas carried 5 to 99. Listen, even if the brother is a sodomite, a heathen can't do nothing to him. It doesn't matter who they are. We just read it, brother. Yahweh, as far as the heathens are concerned, he have not seen iniquity in Israel.
This is ridiculous, man. No, what's wrong with our people? So like it, brother. But no other people think like that. The heathen is this.
Who is this piece of shit in the chat? This devil in the chat, BC. BC, you're a homosexual, man. Right. Get that nigga out the chat. Get that devil out the chat. I'm not going to call him a nigga because nigga would be a compliment, all right? You're lower than us. Yeah. You're a devil. You're the scum.
Yeah. That needs to be understood by everybody. All 152 people listening to this video right now.
And the thousands who watch the replay.
Right. All people besides Israelites, you need to understand this, are nothing, are less than nothing, are insects, are vermin, are roaches. Were created to serve us. They're nothing. So I don't care how wicked a God on the earth is, a cockroach has no business taking their life. And that's the type of mentality you need to have and you need to employ in your life because the other nations do it to you.
Let me tell y'all something, right? Birth of a Nation. I'll go on a limb. The greatest movie ever made. Birth of a Nation, right? In the beginning, you remember that Nat Turner's father killed a white man, right? And the white man came looking for him, and he was not going to stop at anything to find him. And you know, what was the reason he gave, Hassad? For why he was going to look and find this man and get justice.
He killed a white man.
He said, a white man lost his life tonight.
Yeah.
That it meant something to him.
Yeah.
No, a white man is not just gonna die here. You understand what I'm saying? That's how their mindset was. You went to see Birth of a Nation with us, right? You was there. You see what I'm saying? A white man lost his life. That's how you're supposed to feel. A black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, an Israelite, a child of God, a chosen person, got a prince of the power, has lost his life tonight.
Yeah.
Or her life. We can't just let that go. Read.
I've been holding this for a Christian too, but we'll bring it out now. 2 Corinthians 7:11. For behold, this selfsame thing that ye sorrowed after a godly sort, what carefulness it wrought in you. Yea, what clearing of yourselves. Yea, what indignation. Paul's saying, what indignation you have to the church of Corinth. What fear. Yea, what vehement desire. Yea, what zeal. Yea, what revenge. That's what type of spirit. You need to have revenge. The church of Corinth had revenge. They sought revenge for what happened.
That's right.
That's what you need to employ. One Israelite. Okay. So I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's just go back to the ancient days. What would have happened if Moses got wind of a Canaanite going into an Israelite's tent and killing him unjustly? We would have gone to war with Canaan and killed thousands of people behind that brother or sister. In this case, brother. That's the type of mentality you need to employ.
Listen. We went to war with Benjamin over one woman.
Yeah.
We almost exterminated our own brothers over one woman. And guess what? And I'm going to tell you the cold part about that. And that woman was an adulteress. And guess what? We still almost exterminated one of our own tribes. Damn, Yeshai, I feel like you was on the scene at that time. Khan, okay. We exterminated almost the whole tribe of Benjamin to 400 men over one girl. That's how much the Israelite life once mattered. Deuteronomy 28:54. Bible Shah, I get that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. Okay. It says, so that the man... all right. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
See that? He was tender among you and very delicate. Right? Get the one about the woman.
That's the same one.
It's all that same verse?
Yeah.
54?
And toward the wife of his bosom.
See that? The woman. No, not that one. Get the, what, for like 56.
Oh, see,
yeah.
56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon
this
the
woman
ground.
is tender and delicate. That's how we viewed that woman who was raped to death by the tribe of Benjamin. We viewed her so much. We value her so much. She was so tender and delicate to us that tens of thousands of Benjamites had to die. You understand what I'm saying? That's serious. That's serious. Because that's what happens when rebellion occurs. See? That's how you got gang wars going on now. We can ready to break gang wars down in the Bible and show you how gang wars are evidence that gang members have more love in their heart than any Christian.
Yeah.
We're going to demonstrate that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Tonight, this morning, whatever damn time zone you're in, it'll be demonstrated through the spirit of the Most High. Go ahead.
Which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness.
And that's it on that.
Okay.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Valuable was the life of the black and Hispanic. The Most High Yahweh said, precious is the blood of his saints.
Yeah.
See that? That's the mentality that we're supposed to have. Both of Shem Jean's life has not been valued. It hasn't been valued by his own brother. It hasn't been valued by his own father, man. After the flood, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah Watawat. His own father, his own brother, the man in his life, who is supposed to be the revengers of his blood. They didn't value the man's life. They never loved Botham Shem John for real. We talking about Botham Shem John, who his mother got on the stand and testified that he cried when his little brother had to go back to St. Lucia and had to leave Dallas because he didn't get to spend enough time with him. He cried for that little nigga who hugged his murderer. You understand that? Botham loved his little brother, and his little brother didn't reciprocate that love in his death. His little brother desecrated his grave. His little brother played a factor in that 10-year sentence. Please believe. You know? Absolute madness. T. Judah, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah Wata Wata. Eric Howard, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah Wata Wata.
I got something.
Said I love you. You don't even know this bitch. Read.
Psalm chapter 144, verse 5. Bow thy heavens, O Yahweh, and come down. Touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning, and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows, and destroy them. That's what we pray. Destroy them. Send thine hand from above. Rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children. That's what they are. They are strange children. I don't know what the hell's wrong with them. Strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. That's what they got on there on that stand, and they lied. And there's another.
Salakia, Tariq. Black man order. Tariq said that was a settlement trial. I believe he's right. Because I've heard legal experts argue something along the lines of it was going to be difficult to find DPD guilty. At fault, and be able to get a settlement. I also think possibly citizenship could be playing a role in this. I think somebody could have promised one of both of his family citizenship, or all of them citizenship. That's how evil. Give me the wine of the wrath or fornication, the golden city. That's how influential and evil Babylon, America makes people. Predicated upon the false dream that it sold the world, that it is so great to be here, that I believe that Botham's family in part did this treachery to the brother for the motivation of potentially receiving citizenship. I think that possibly could have been a motivator for this coonism. Some type of bag in addition, or some type of bag alone also possibly could have been a motivation for this coonism. Or simply just white Jesus. Yeah. Or any combination of aforementioned. Right? Read.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
They all drank. Everyone has drunk this wine. Everyone looks at this place like it's the golden city. Yakana, she was charged with first-degree murder. First-degree murder, which carries 5 to 99 in the state of Texas. Right? Like no one said, a gift destroyeth the heart. White Jesus had everything to do with this. Something motivated him to behave so betrayed. So I'm sorry. Yeah, it was, like I said, any of the aforementioned singularly or any combination of the aforementioned. I'm gonna show you why gangbangers value and I'll have more love in their heart than a Christian. Y'all ready? I'm gonna play you this video. All right, it's not a huge song. All right, y'all see who's on it? Poke and Silent 6. Right now, watch. I'm gonna just play. There's a few lines I want to play in this song. Right. And I just want it to be a testament. Hold on, where we at? Hold on. A lot of vulgarity in this song, so forgive me, but a Christian don't use vulgarity, right? But also a Christian doesn't love. He doesn't love. So you can say what you will about these gangbangers, these gangmen, whatever you want to call them. These are brothers. These are children of God. These are chosen people of God. These are princes of God, right? In ignorance or out of it. And they understand love better than they mama that's been going to church for 40 years. When it's crunch time, okay, hold on. I got to get to the part. I don't want y'all to hear the whole song. All right, we're just going to get a portion. Where they stand. Hold on. Right here, it's coming out. It's coming. Hold on. Oh, nigga, let them know I'm really about this dance. Ask around, nigga. They'll tell you I'm really about this dance. They woke me up out my sleep, said they hit my man. So listen, they woke me up out my sleep, said they hit my man. Watch this. Past the scene, see my dog laying in the sand. Share so bad, man, I don't think you understand. One thing for sure, I'm sliding fat thing in my pants. Woke me up out my sleep, said they hit my man. Took me over there, see my dog laying in the stand. Shit hurt so fucking bad. I don't think you understand. One thing's for sure, I'm sliding fat thing in my, meaning it hurt me so much to see somebody who I love in the dirt dead that there's no question in my mind, and there should be no question in yours, that I am going to take my gun and go over there and do something about it. You know why he's going to do something about that? Because he loved that brother who was dead in the dirt. He understands love. And he understands that I hurt because my friend is in the dirt. I got to do something about it. Now let's keep listening. Knock him down, double back, hit his closest friend. That's where the thin line between love and hate sits. So he said, knock him down, knock the guy who is responsible for the death. But then he said, double back and hit his closest friend. That's where you go left. Up into that point, the brother was in total alignment with the Bible. So you understand, y'all. When you double back and hit his closest friend, that's when the thin line between love and hate is crossed. And I'm going to demonstrate that in the Bible now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right? And we're gonna run that back in a second. And Mozzie will certainly don't get no play on this channel. All right? I want y'all to understand that like Black Men Organized said, come on. Between Filth and CML, he's getting no play over here. Right? But as y'all can see, my man Silent 6 said it plain. Shit hurts so fucking bad, y'all don't even understand. You understand what I'm saying? That's how bad it hurt.
So, yeah.
Go ahead, Art.
I don't want to speak ignorantly, so I'm going to ask. Did both of Shem John's father cry when he was on the stand talking about him?
Both of them ain't he didn't get on the stand. He went to church. He did that at the church.
He cried at church?
I don't know if he cried at church, but that's when he said he wanted to be her friend at church.
Okay, what about his brother?
His brother cried on the stand.
Okay.
About her, though. He more so cried about her.
He was crying for her?
For her. It was about her, his tears.
Drop dead. Drop dead, bro.
He's useless.
You have no value, bro.
You're an enemy, man.
Like, I want to sit the brother down and explain to him how worthless you are right now. You're taking up space. That's what you're doing. You're worthless, brother. You need to serve God. You need to repent.
Well, let's prove it. Let's start with 1 John 5, 2-3. Let's start there. And I'm going to prove that what we just heard the brother said. Slide, hit his closest, knock him down. The killer, he's right in the Bible. Right? Read.
1 John 5 and 2. By this...
Salakia, Yakanan. Texas Penal Code says murder carries 5 to 99 years. 5 to 99 years. Manslaughter carries 2 to 20 in Texas. I want you to understand that. This has been thoroughly researched from the time when it occurred. Right? Read.
Stephen Martin.
Yeah, that's right, Stephen Martin. You like us. Go ahead.
Yeah, 1 John 5:2. By this we know that we love the children of God.
By this we know we love the children of God. Read on.
When we love God.
When we what?
Love God.
When we love God and what?
And keep His commandments.
We know that we love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians when we love God and keep His commandments. So we cannot be surprised when Christians who refuse and shun and reject the idea that the commandments of the Most High have to be held. We shouldn't be surprised when they don't show love to the children of God.
Yeah.
We can't be surprised that a Christian does not love both them Shimshon, does not do the right thing when they have the ability to adjudicate and punish her properly. We should know they shouldn't because they're in a Christian church and they reject the laws of God, so there is no love for the children of God within them. Read.
For this is the love of God.
What's the love of God? Read.
That we keep His commandments.
That we keep His commandments. The love of God is that the commandments of God are kept and are upheld. Read on.
For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
So let's read the commandments. Numbers 35 and 16 to 19. Let's read the commandments. And I'm going to show you that these gang members, these brothers that we just listened to, right? Brother by the name of Silent Six. So let me explain something to you about the brother Silent Six. He understands the law of God better than the Christian that's in church every Sunday. I'm going to tell you that now. And he understands love of the children of God better than Christians that are in church every Sunday. Mikael Israel, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah Wath Water, brother. You gotta slide the gauge, or I see you typed in 20, but it was $1.99. You gotta slide the gauge over so you could donate the proper amount. Go ahead.
Well, that's a prime example of when Paul speaks about in the New Testament about the Gentiles keeping the law.
Get that actually. Get that, please. But let's read the law first and then get it. Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 35, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
And if he smite him with an instrument of iron, so that he die, he is a murderer.
He's a murderer. A gun is an instrument of iron. She smit the brother with an instrument of iron. She is a murderer. Read.
The murderer shall surely be put to death.
She shall surely be put to death. She has to die. So when the brother said, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's get the brother again.
Hit my man, slip out. See a group of niggas, I'ma hit them right where they stand. Tiptoe a nigga, let them know I'm really about this dance. Ask around, nigga, yeah, tell you I'm really about this dance. They woke me up out my sleep, said they hit my man. Slid past the scene, see my dog laying in the sand. Shit hurt so bad, man, I don't think you understand. One thing for sure, I'm sliding, fat thing in my pants. Knock him down.
See that? Hurt so bad, they hit my man, slide through, fat thing in my pants, knock him down. Knocking the guy that murdered somebody down is actually biblical. That's actually what the law of God says you do when somebody murders somebody. Mikael Israel, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah Wath Water again, brother. That's actually the biblical instruction for how you deal with something like that. Is literally what the brother just said. My friend was murdered by you. I'm coming. I'm getting you. Let's keep reading.
Verse 17. And if he smite him with throwing a stone, wherewith he may die.
Hold on, Salaki. Yakanan. For the third time, it was first degree murder. It carries 5 to 99 in Texas. I know right what I'm talking about. Look it up yourself. Read.
Wherewith he may die, he's a murderer. The murderer shall be put to death. Verse 19.
The murderer shall be put to death. Right? Read on.
The revenger of
there's a revenger. The revenger of blood, read.
Himself shall slay the murderer.
Shall slay the murderer. Meaning there's a revenger that is appointed that is of close kinship to the individual who died, who is set up to revenge the blood of their fallen loved one. And that person himself shall kill the killer.
That's right.
So if your dog is laying in the sand and it hurts so fucking bad, it's not actually wrong for you to kill the individual who did that. That's biblically called the revenger.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So when the fact that you got brothers that's in this world that I understand fully because I was a part of it. And when you see something happen to somebody that you love and you know who's responsible, you know what group of people is responsible, it makes you honestly get a taste, a thirst for the blood, a zillion-dollar grind entertainment, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah Wath Water. Right? It makes you get a lust for the blood of the individuals who are responsible. It makes you want to ride, man. Why? That's love.
Yeah.
It's love. This brother's hurt. This brother's in pain. This brother's dead, man. This nigga mama got to look at him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That hurts. Somebody's got to pay.
Yeah.
Because they're responsible if it was unprovoked. And that is what the laws of God teach us. The problem is we'll knock one of our own down who's responsible for the death of one of our people, but we will not do it to them. That's a huge problem, right? Skip to 31. You done with 19?
Yeah.
Skip to 31.
Verse 31. It says,
like Judah Maccabee said, they don't love God. And because they don't love God by keeping the laws of God, they don't love the children of God. Read.
Moreover, Numbers 35 and 31. Moreover, ye shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer.
You don't take any satisfaction. There's not an amount of money that she can give you. The promise of citizenship or the promise of a bag. See, Eric Garner's wife. That was Numbers 35 and 16. You want to read probably the 19. But Eric Garner's wife said she ain't forgiving him no matter what. And they gave her 6 M's. She still ain't forgiving nobody. Right? Read between the bars. Don't read between the bars. What you got to do, brother, is have enough sense to not ask questions like that. You got to have enough sense to think about what will happen to somebody who would do something like that in the United States of America. I'm not telling anybody that if your friend gets killed to go kill somebody. What I'm demonstrating is according to the laws of God. That is how you follow the laws of God. I'm not saying that Brant Jean should have killed Amber Guyger right there, because then that nigga would have been in jail. But I'm saying he certainly, with these laws of God in mind, should not have acted in the way that he acted. With this in mind, he should have wanted and sought. He should have wanted and sought for her to be persecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I want to make sure I make this clear before you have somebody come and take a clip, and Esau Vocab Malone or somebody come and take the clip talking about I'm calling for murder and killing people and killing cops. I'm not saying to go kill nobody. What I'm saying is the laws of God say this. So because the laws of God say this, we should never seek for light punishments, or we should never be forgiving of individuals who are guilty of these things. I just want to make sure that that's clear, because I don't want any of my words to be misconstrued or lost in translation. But like Colin said, it would have been better than her. Right? Somebody said they think they put some voodoo on them. I said, them is good Christians. And if you were going to put voodoo on Amber Guyger, you wouldn't need to hug the bitch.
Yeah.
You could put voodoo on her from St. Lucia. Trust me. Read.
It says, moreover, you shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, which is guilty of death, but he shall be surely put to death.
They got it. You don't take any satisfaction. There's nothing that you should do that will acquit them. Hold what you got. I want to follow this first before we hear anything else. We finished 31?
Yeah, you wanted the Romans though. To the Gentile keep the law themselves.
Get that real quick. Yeah, Con, you're right. Of course voodoo exists. Come on now, read.
Romans 2 and 14, I think.
No, 5 to 99 is not on second degree murder. Right?
Romans chapter 2, verse 14. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these, having not the law, are a law unto themselves, which show the works of the law written in their hearts. It's inside of our people. Inside of those brothers that even though they're doing it on the left-hand side, and again, we're not encouraging anybody to do that, but because the law was given to us and showed us things like when a murderer kills somebody, the revenger of blood is supposed to kill them. Those type of things are still inside of our people. So let me keep going. It says, their conscience also bearing witness, and their thoughts the mean, while accusing or else excusing one another. But that's just the point, like the brother was bringing out, to support, whether or not those brothers are doing it on the left or right hand side is still in accordance to the law. So now I had precepts, but I'll hold them.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, just so this brother can understand, because this brother Yaganan is having a hard time. Capital murder in Texas, right? Capital murder. They don't call it first degree; they call it capital. All right, capital murder in Texas. All right, capital murder is punished with either a life sentence without parole or not capital murder, regular murder, which is what she was charged for. right? While murder is punished with a prison term of 5 to 99 years or life imprisonment. See that? That's what murder is. Now watch this. Second-degree murder in Texas is the first-degree felony. He carries a sentence in between 2 and 20 years. That's what second degree is. First degree is 5 to 99, brother. All right? I want to make sure that that's understood. Okay. Okay, where we at? Go ahead. Where we at? Matthew 5 and 38. Let's read.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you that ye resist not evil. But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also.
No, read that again so I like it.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 38.
Now watch this, because this is the scripture that Christians will run to justify their coonery in this instance. But let's read it. Let's analyze what Yahushua is saying. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth.
Eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Read.
But I say unto you that ye resist not evil. But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also.
So it says an eye for an eye, a cheek for a cheek. I say resist not evil, right? Here's what's interesting. Let's go to Exodus 21 and 24. Let's go to what he's quoting, right? Let's go to Exodus 21 and 24, right? Voodoo is not what Haitians call it, though. That's what they call it in Africa. That's not what we call it on the island, brother, for the record. And Tariq's 1804, truthfully, is partially a propaganda piece and does not truly represent and accurately represent all the goings on of Haiti. There was a lot of narratives that got pushed in Tariq's 1804, just being honest. So it's good to watch it to get the history from it, but truthfully, there's a lot of narratives. And if you don't know better, you'll start believing some of these narratives. Those Haitians that partook in that were Catholic. They were Roman Catholic predominantly and vastly, not people that practiced voodoo. They were people that actually shunned voodoo in large part. The Governor General, the Emperor, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Toussaint Louverture, they were not advocates or fans of voodoo. Just so you know, they were Roman Catholics. But go ahead.
Exodus 21 and 24. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth.
It says eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Read.
Hand for hand.
So that's what Yahushua say. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand. That's what he quotes. But there's a verse before that, and he doesn't quote that. Right? Let's read this verse. And let's analyze why it's not quoted. 23. Go ahead.
Exodus 21 and 23. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for a life.
Life for a life. See that? Yahushua didn't quote life for a life. He quoted eye for eye, tooth for tooth. What is that demonstrating? What is that message telling us? That what he's talking about with that forgiveness is not applicable in the case of murder. In the case of a life being taken. So even if, which the whole context of this is doing this amongst our own people anyway, but even if you have a coon that wants to take that and try to superimpose that on another nation doing an act of violence to a child of God, an Israelite, murder, killing someone, taking someone's life is not covered in that sequence there in John 5, or in Matthew 5 rather. So what does that let you know? She still needs her life taken for that, right? Yvette Felicia, how about Shem Yahushua Barakatah Walk the Water? How can I request a specific teaching on what's sister? Just email us. Send us an email on the topic that you'd like to get taught on. That's it. That's all you got to do. Jaguar of Yasharali, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah Walk the Water. He said both of Shem John has not been given justice. He has been betrayed by his own family, the judge, and the court. She has received more sympathy. Garbage. You're damn right. You're speaking the whole truth, our brother Jaguar of Yasharala. Without question, brother. Right? Will whites have a bigger population in the continental United States? Yes, they do. But not globally, just in this country. So you can understand. All right? But they do juke the stats a little bit by considering people white who aren't white, like Arabs and East Indians and things of that nature. But this clearly is demonstrated scripturally that the mentality that some gang members have is more in line with the laws of God than the mentality of Christians. Right? We'll take questions in a minute, Hosea. I just want to make sure we hit on these points. We'll deal with the questions in a minute. Right? Glad y'all in the building, though. Rocking with us on the late night, burning that midnight oil. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barak a thumb to the Israelites in the chat. All praises. Yeah, just send us an email. Somebody get the Sister Yvette the email. Get the Sister Yvette the email, please. Right? Where we at? Go ahead. Get your precepts, officer.
Okay. I got a few precepts. I'm sure I'll think of some more. But Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. If he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. She has to die. Thus saith the Bible. We're not telling anybody to go kill her right now. And somebody try to, get a soundbite of that. We're saying God is going to kill her. God is going to kill her one way or the other. That has to happen according to the Bible. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. If you're really a Christian, if you're really
a saint,
a
holy is what that means.
Right, anointed, a follower of the Messiah, you should be patiently waiting for her to get put to death. Thus saith the Bible. Not to try to be friends with her, not to try to be buddy-buddy with someone who just killed your child. Are you out of your mind? You failed as a parent. You have absolutely failed as a parent, as a brother, as a human damn being. Let me get this in Judith now. Book of Judith. Here's a actual righteous, powerful sister from the tribe of Simeon.
Servant of Yahweh, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah Wata.
Let's see how she feels about loving in other nations. Judith 16-17. Woe, destruction, mourning to the nations that rise up against my kindred. So she pronounced destruction unto these people. The Lord Almighty will take vengeance of them in the day of judgment. The Lord's going to take vengeance of these people. Because here's something that we got to understand, family. And this doesn't get brought out enough, I feel like. When you read the book of Zechariah, the 2nd chapter and the 8th verse, it says that the Israelites are like the apple of God's eye. What does that mean? The apple of your eye is your pupil. What do you see when you look in the mirror and you look in your pupil? You see yourself. You see your reflection. We're God's reflection on the earth. We're his children. What if any righteous father, what will a righteous father do to someone that kills, murders their child? They're going to want to kill them. That's what Jesus Christ, who you even call Jesus Christ, is coming back to do. Millions. He's sat there and seen millions of his brothers and sisters get put to death, lynched, hung, burnt alive. You see that? So she has to get put to death as well as all her counterparts. They have to go. They got to go. Because if she doesn't go, then, there's going to be more Botham Jim Jones. There's going to be more Emmett Tills. There's going to be more Tamir Rices, Eric Gardners, Philando Castiles, Trayvon Martins, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Christianity has to get taken out. Because that is a religion that has plagued the minds of so-called blacks and Hispanics for years and has brainwashed them into thinking that they need to love their goddamn oppressor. Matter of fact, let me get the scripture. Let's see.
Marie Tobias, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah Wata.
Let's see what Jesus Christ is coming back to do, right? Psalm 72. And let's start at verse 2. He shall judge thy people with righteousness and thy poor with judgment. This is Christ. A Christian will agree. The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the little hills by righteousness. So it's talking about the Messiah. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy. Who's the children of the needy? Our people. Let's see what else he's going to do. And shall break in pieces the oppressor. That's what Christ is coming back to do.
That's right.
To break in pieces the oppressor. Not to hug the oppressor. Because what is
Not to love the oppressor.
Not to love the damn oppressor. It says he's going to have a white garment on, and he's going to kill so many of the damn oppressors that it's going to turn red with their blood. That's what he's coming back to do. To shed the blood of the people that have shed the blood of his brothers and sisters. And that's something that must need be understood. And any Christian or any Edomite or any heathen got a problem with it, you can drop dead. If you're an Israelite, repent. But that's all.
Okay. I'm going to show you another one. Just another quick example of how these gang members who are just so evil in the society and they're looked down as the dregs, how they actually are more in tune with the scripts. Another thing came to mind, Tazapon, you know what this is, you know what this is, brother. Hold on. Where Biko at? Oh, there's a specific part. Hold on, what is he? Hold on. Let me think 1 second. I gotta think about the exact line. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second.
I bet y'all can hear me. Silent killer image.
Hold on. This one is the one. All right, got it. Here we go. Watch this. Now watch. Now listen. They got plenty of problems. They using drugs and alcohol and stuff like that.
We don't condone any of
we don't
this.
condone any. But Christians do this too. So I mean, they do it too. So they're in the same boat. These niggas just put it on the camera.
You know what? Some of the niggas in the video.
Niggas Christians, right? Now watch. So basically, he said for Vinzel, awakening sister, so he said for Vinzel, we are super turned, right? Vinzel is a brother that was murdered from up over there, right? So they're saying the reason why we're doing this, the reason why we're getting these guns and we're shooting at these guys and things like that, it's for Vinzel, for our dead friend. So this is just showing you, all right, now, this is showing you how these brothers, you look at them, they lost, but they not as lost as a Christian. They're not as lost. They got one thing right. They're in tune with the laws of God on one degree, and that's in the revenger himself. They understand that, right? Go ahead, Al.
Well, if you read the book of Maccabees, what's the book of Maccabees all about? It's about revenge, a vengeance. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let's read about that, shall we? I mean, I don't want to be too long-winded, so I'll just get to the point. 2 Maccabees 2. And okay, I'm gonna start with
No, Judea Maccabees said they would have gave Esau. Them niggas would have definitely gave. They would have used. Could we kill her? Could we death by firing squad? Why? Because they understand that lifestyle, right? Go ahead.
2 Maccabees 2:67. Take also unto you all those that observe the law, and avenge ye the wrong of your people. That's what I'm speaking. Avenge the wrong of your people. Recompense fully the heathen. Take heed to the commandments of the law. What a beautiful verse. How beautiful is that? Recompense them. Oh, God. How many scriptures can we get on that? The heathen being recompensed. Where can I go? There's just so many. Okay. Is this what I want to song?
Akaz, you bugging out. Webby gonna get no play on this.
No, that's not happening.
Well, Black Men Organized, a particular brother who verse I just played, nothing wankster about him. He's actually dead now, but it's no secret of he's far from a wankster brother. But the brother's dead now because he killed somebody. So then somebody came and was the revenger. He was the revenger, but then he took it too far, stopped revenging, just start knocking niggas down over there. And the Most High had it to where he got revenge. His judgment is like unto a ring. And that's the only reason I sleep at night, because I know I can't count on my people, so I count on Yahweh. Yeah. And I know Yahweh is going to give me the justice.
Yeah.
right? Go ahead.
Yep.
Hey, roll, exactly. That's why I played the first, Silent them and Poke. They from LA, right? Same with Chicago. It's going down in every hood. But some of these brothers lost and misguided youth. They understand things better than Toss Ducks and played Takashi.
Yeah.
Read. Not no more,
5,
man. He's telling. Read.
Psalm 5 and 9. There is no faithfulness in their mouth. I mean, that's your own family. There's no faithfulness in their mouth. There's no faithfulness in Amber Guyger's mouth either.
That's right.
Their inward part is very wickedness. Is that not them? Is not their inward part very wickedness? Their throat is an open sepulcher. It's a casket and it's death. They flatter with their tongue. It sounds good. No police officer would ever want to harm an innocent person. Sounds good, right? Destroy thou them, O God. That's what you said. Yeah. Oh, it sounds good. We pray you die. Destroy them. Destroy her.
I'm not gonna pray that. I'm gonna pray that they die.
I hope she dies.
They burn it out.
Right. Destroy thou them, O God. Let them fall by their own counsel. So you know what? What does that mean? She gets out. I pray that somehow. I'm not saying we're gonna do it, of course, duh. Or I'm saying anybody should go do it.
I pray. I wish that this would just happen to happen.
I'll just say this. I pray she gets vengeance, and I pray
the vengeance gets taken upon.
Justice is served. Okay, I'll say that.
And it will be.
Damn,
by
Christians.
God. By God.
You say you go kill me out of your mind. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee.
Somebody. Gerald Harper, shut up, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shut the fuck up, Salakia.
Well, yeah, he probably deserved to get told that.
You silly ass Judites. Isn't the guy a Hamite? He's from the island of St. Lucia. Stupid.
An idiot.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all niggas better watch your mouth talking about the Caribbean brothers. I'm not playing. Trust and believe you me. Fucking wrong with this dude, bro. No, that dude playing, Zayaza. I ain't messing with these dudes, man. Salakia, man. He got a real Hamite accent. Nigga, you don't know no Hamite. You don't know no Benjamite. You don't know no Levites. Nigga, shut up. You don't know nobody. You know your little town.
Block.
Hell is wrong with him? Nigga don't know no. He got a real African accent. Nigga don't sound like a Wakandan. All right. I will show you the way to the place of rest.
There you would drink the heart-shaped.
There you would drink the heart-shaped bourbon. He didn't sound. Hey, William Allen. His middle name is Shem. Come on.
That's powerful.
His middle name is Shem.
You are wrong. You are all wrong.
You know? The hell is wrong with this dude? He had a Hamite accent. Anyway, I had a good time in St. Lucia. Exactly. Big up to our people out of St. Lucia tribes of Benjamin and Levi. That's down there on the Isle of St. Lucia. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's what's so crazy about this, and I can see it. A Christian is going to listen to this and not address any of the points that we made biblically or just logically. Oh, they're cursing. What, they're using curse words. I can already see it. That's why the Lord is going to destroy every single Christian. Every single unrepentant Christian.
Jared Mosby, yes, a demon can. Go ahead, Slack it.
Yeah. If you're a Christian, by the time Christ returns, you're going to die.
45 years. She said her brother just got 45 for assault with a deadly weapon. Wow.
That's, this is a sick place we're living in, man. Well, let me get the Bible. Describe the sickness of the land in which we live, brothers and sisters. Job 10. Do I have Job 10 in this Bible? Yes, I do. I'm going to read that. Job 10 and 22 first, though. I'm going to start verse 21. Before I go, whence I shall not return. That's, I mean, both of them, Jim John, he surely felt that way. He didn't even get to return. Mm-hmm. He died. Even to the land of darkness, in the shadow of death. And this is how you know how powerful the scriptures are and who the children of Israel are. You go to that Sunday church and you read about going through the valley of the shadow of death. Both of them, Shem John, going into his apartment that night was the valley of the shadow of death. A so-called black or Hispanic man, woman, and child waking up and doing whatever activities that is they're doing That is walking in the valley of the shadow of death every single day.
Daniel, for Israel, I'm already familiar with those videos about the F-13 and ECC troops, brother. I'm on. Trust me, I'm all over that. I'm on top of that, brother. You know I'm on top of that. Go ahead.
A land of darkness, as darkness itself. That's America. And of the shadow of death, without any order, and where light is as darkness. That's this place where light is as darkness and darkness is as light. That's why you love your damn oppressor. Because this is a land of wickedness.
Real online, it's not just about being surprised at America. It was the decision was left to black people to do this. Black and Hispanic jury.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
And like Black Men Organized said, make sure y'all hit the like button. Go ahead.
No, I'll save that.
Bang that like button. Harass that like button.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, they do. They do. They hate F-13 because F-13 is very large, very influential. But that's huge that they reached out to the East Coasters for and Daniel, for Israel, what the brother Mob James said in regards to that was he thinks the F-13 could see a race war down the pipeline between us and Esau, and that in part could be influencing why they're doing that, because they're kind of seeing the writing on the wall that with the way Trump is moving and the way Trump is moving and the way things are going, we got to get together. And there may be some OG homies, some veteranos from F13 that's seeing that have that foresight. And like Stephen Martin said, ECC started that whole thing. That was legendary. You was in California in the early 2000s, you heard about that, and that was a big deal. That Jack move. That was huge. That started that whole thing. Email is exodus1715@gmail.com. Boom. All praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai Jared Mosley. Glad we can be of service. That's it. We just service, man. I don't think so. I looked. I looked a second ago. Yeah. Oh, Tazapanya, without question, brother. Yeah, bro. It's just now they just now talking about it, but it's had to have been in the works. Things like that don't just manifest overnight. It's got to be some very influential individuals that take those steps, King. Extremely. Is Christianity the white man's religion? Wow, that's today. Wow. We need to get that early. I remember pulling up with the conversation outside. Yeah, Juvie. Hoovy. My brother Hoovy. Hoovin' too. That brother was out there. He seen us out there. That's why I was saying earlier, bro. You know how much this hurts us? Is because of, the time that we put into this. Malachiah Bonaparium, any update on the Nazi issue? What I heard is that allegedly his congregation is supposed to be dealing with it, and there's been no updates on it. So, of course, it seems as if yet more molestation is being swept under the rug amongst black people. It's madness. It's madness, man. My homie got 20 years for 6 stones and a stolen gun from across state lines. See that? But when you go amongst black and Hispanic people, we can hear about insane prison sentences left and right. I mean, you could just rattle them off. You know what I'm saying? But then we hear about all the slaps on the wrist that they get. That's right, Judea. That's damn right. You telling the whole truth. All praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai that He's reserved to Him 7,000 men who have not bowed their knee to Baal. All praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai for that, I can tell you. Sometimes you got to refresh. How many likes we have? Make sure y'all like, sub, share, super chat. Where we at? Can I even see the likes?
111.
111 likes. That's pretty good. Being it. Yeah.
Isaiah 62:6. I set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
Con. Yeah, well, 18 and most Crips get along. Most Crips and 18 get along. It's a few Crips that get it, like the Gears. The Gears don't like 18. Who else get into it with 18? It's a couple Crips that get into it with 18. But 18 pushes BK hard though. They push Blood Killer hard. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But see, 18 got more like, it's Mexican, but it's got like a lot of Zebulon. You also got probably a higher level of Southern Kingdom. A higher level of Southern Kingdom in 18 than in other. Even you got plenty of Black Serenos, but it's more in 18. So I can read that again.
Isaiah to the 62 verse 6.
There we go. Look, I saw it. Look. As soon as I said it, you see it. He said, you see that 111 likes. I saw no right what I'm talking about too. Go ahead. Gerald Harper. I'll accept your apology, brother. I love you. All right, I love you, brother. But listen, I done got really upset when, you understand, I'm from the tribe of Levi, brother. I done seen Judites call my brothers Hamites, man. And I really get upset about that because it's coming from a place of ignorance and being uncultured. All right? So don't just make those assumptions, brother. That's all I'm saying. Eric Howard, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah Wata Wata.
Ronan Mirori, I need you to say it, brother. I need you to.
Ronan's in here?
He's in the chat.
Ronan, brother. please. God, I'm not doing nothing else till Ronan do what he's supposed to do. Right. Not one thing. We ain't, not another precept is coming out until Ronan do what he's supposed to do.
I'm not even going to talk. Brother, I'm not even going to breathe, so you better hurry up.
Well, with Judah and Issachar, it go both ways, man. It go both ways. All the tribes, man, we have issues with each other, man. Over nothing. Over BS. You understand what I'm saying? And it's sickening and sad, but I'm glad we got brothers that's in this truth. We got to understand. What this Botham Shimshon thing with his brother and all that, what it showed me is, man, I'm not waiting for these niggas in the world, bro. I'm just not doing it. I'm damn near giving up on them. But I know that it's gonna be brothers more and it's gonna come in and we're gonna do it. But I'm not expecting people in the world to get it together. I'm just not. Right?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
I wanna make there's such little positivity from a situation like this.
Hoovy Salakia, real quick. I wanna go to El Paso, but it's just so goddamn far, man. Yeah, they're just so far. Right? Go ahead.
Salakia.
Go ahead. Finish your point. My phone up.
There's just so much negativity from a horrible situation like this. But one positive that
Daniel, what you talking about? 13 and 14? Go ahead.
One positive that we can gain from this is, and we were talking about it with some brothers at camp on Thursday, that this is really showing how wicked and how brainwashed.
Yeah, 13 and 14 got a truce. They got a truce going. Go ahead.
Christians are. And a lot of Christians are actually taking a step back and analyzing it and saying, wait a minute, this is not what the Bible teaches. The Bible don't teach just...
Well, Salakia, here what y'all gotta understand. It's a lot of truces in the pen that don't exist on the streets. A lot. You got Bloods and Crips with each other in the pen. The same niggas be busting on each other in the streets. So that just goes out of necessity because of the pen. Right? But go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, there's a lot of Christians that are taking a step back and analyzing how coonish.
Hey, look at this devil. No, Turnbull, you're a white person. That's clear. All right, bye. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah, Salakia, yeah, but they been 13 and 14 been on the piece in the pen. Yeah, but Longo, they do follow the South. Them Longos be acting just like niggas. A lot of them do. Don't get that twisted, but you know, there's that other thing that's going on. Yeah, Con. We already know. Okay, yeah, Huzzah. It's in the jail, and there's certain truces and alliances that will happen in the jail that you won't see on the streets, for sure. But we'll see. Even with this F-13 and this East Coast Crip truce that's being brokered, the problem is you got two things that work against every truce. Young niggas and the police. I repeat, young niggas and the police. F-13 and East Coast has been one of the primary vehicles that the white man has exploited to push a racial divide and try to widen the racial divide between blacks and Hispanics. They talk about that as if it's a racial issue when it's an issue about a dope debt. You understand what I'm saying? So the police may sabotage that like they sabotaged several other gang truces in the past. Right? Well, Zayaza, you right. But the problem is, the Crips is such a big factor, and the Longos is such a big factor in Long Beach. It's like, it's just a natural thing that happens. Right? Black men organized. You can't be a brother and be a part of the Aryan Brotherhood. You got to be a pure white person to be a part of the Aryan Brotherhood. You can't even be mixed and be a part of AB. Now you got some more people that are clicked up with AB. The third Tennessee, the South Side, they clicked up with well, not just with AB, with the Peckerwoods in general. So there's different white gangs, AB, NLR, this, that, whatever. They clicked up, but they not in it though. They won't accept a non-white in that. Go ahead.
I
and a non-full white, for the record. Go ahead.
I done heard of a half Filipino. Wes Watson was saying this.
The nigga was half flip.
Yeah,
that's rare.
But he had to put in work as soon as he
but what he said if you are that, then you got it. We're gonna put you the first person out there. Yeah, it's a million Asian Crips, but they run other. What about them like MA and the Gorillas in the pen dealing with Esau and dope? Any word on hearing this truth? What you mean dealing with Esau and dope? Like getting their dope from Esau and using it? No, there was plenty of that going on. Plenty of it. Where in Florida do you live, Rello Lion? I've been all in Orlando. I've been all in Miami. And I have not bore witness to that. Redwood City here up north. Yeah, that's the white man's game. Future slave game. Look, Huzzah, I seen a half Ammon skinhead on the yard. Okay, so apparently if you're half Asian, you can get down with the with the skins. Most High in Christ. Oh, Kashan from EPA? Most High in Christ. Out there in Orlando? Yeah, I've been out there in Orlando. I see how the Ephraimite. I guess it depends on what demographic. But Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Rican. No. Israelite ain't nowhere near as strong in the pen as Nation of Islam. Israelites, they're saying Israelite is the fastest growing thing in the pen, though, right now. But it's hell no. Nation of Islam is, they goddamn near built the prisons. I don't know, but I believe it. I mean, come on, bro. Esau got the dope. Well, Terrence Jefferson, what we got is Crips and Bloods, and Serenos and Norteños, and Paisas. That's what we got. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it varies, and it deals with the socio-political and the indoctrination of the particular country. See what I'm saying? So then you go, oh, Latinos, and then that blankets them. But then you go, well, not so much Puerto Rican. Well, then it's not Latino. It's you mostly referring to like Central Americans and Mexicans, probably. In Long Beach, Judah Issachar used to get along like crazy, like after 2000. Yeah, things happen, and a lot of it got to do with the younger generation, Paisa mean, I thought Paisa mean country. You in Grand Prairie? I'll be back in Dallas in a couple weeks, and we'll be in Grand Prairie on October 26th. Go ahead, Salaki.
Yeah, we'll be in Birmingham.
Birmingham that same day. Some of our camp will be there. You know what I mean? We all over. Birmingham Magic City Classic.
Near you.
Most High will.
Saturday.
That's right. Okay. Let me let Hassad take this. It says Francis Agostino. How do we do with Christians that use Mark 7:19, 1 Timothy 4:1-5, Romans 14:17, and Acts 10:9-16 to say that it's okay to eat unclean foods?
Just deal with it in order.
Go ahead. Shine on them, Hassad.
Mark 7. This one should be the easiest one. Okay.
Because it's not there.
Mark 7 and 1. Then came together unto him the Pharisees and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem. And when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that is to say, with unwashed hands, they found fault. So, brother, when you read this, you got to read it in context. The Christians are the kings of reading things out of context, contrary to popular belief.
And they like to say that you're doing it,
right?
But they do it, and they call it in apologetics eisegesis.
So the context is eating with dirty hands. For the Pharisees and all the Jews, except they wash their hands off, eat not. So basically, it's a tradition that if you didn't, now the same way we have a tradition now, if you don't eat wash your hands before you eat, people look at you like you're an animal. Holding the tradition of the elders. Okay, this is the same thing in Matthew the 15th chapter. I want to get hold on. Okay, I'm going to get Matthew's account of it because he gives the same account of it, but there's something that Matthew's gospel says that I want to bring home. Okay, so Matthew chapter 15 verse 2. Why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. Okay, so that again, the same context, right? Now let's jump to Matthew chapter 15. And we're going to read verse, verse 17. Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever entereth in the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out into the jar. Basically, you eat something and it goes out of you. So if you go to Subway and you eat a Subway sandwich with dirty hands, you're going to eat the sandwich and then it's going to come out of you. That's not going to defile you. Notice it's not talking about unclean food. It's talking about your hands being dirty. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. So he's talking about the things that come from inside you that defile you. He's going to list them. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murder, adultery, fornication, theft, false witness, blasphemies. Those are things that are inside of you that defile you. That's why Christ said, I'm roughly paraphrasing in the book of Matthew, I think it's like the 7th chapter, where he says if you have darkness in your eye, your whole eye is dark. Mm-hmm. But if you have light in your eye, your whole body is light. So if you have evil inside of you and you perceive evil, you're looking just evil, you're going to be full of evil. But anyway, back to the point. Verse 20. These are the things which defile a man. Adultery, fornication. Notice these are all things that are against the law. But to eat with unwashen hands defileth not a man. That's what he means when he says it's not what goes into a man that defiles him. He's talking about eating with unwashed hands. Not pork, not crab, not lobster. So I hope that helped. What's the next one he had? Okay, let me get the next one.
Next one. 1 Timothy 4:1-5. Mm-hmm.
All right. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrine of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron, forbidding to marry. This is very important to understand. Forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats which God hath created to be received with thanksgiving. God did not create pork to be received of thanksgiving. That's why when you read, where is it at? Okay, hold on. Now I got to get this verse to help back up what Paul is saying. Herbs. Okay, this is the book. Okay, I'm going to hold that. Okay. which God hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. So the context of the food that he's talking about are foods that God had created to be received with thanksgiving. He didn't create pork to be received with thanksgiving. A Christian would have to show us that. For every creature of God is good, and nothing to be refused, if it be received with thanksgiving. Now notice, verse 3 tells you the context of which food he's talking about. Foods that God created to be received with thanksgiving. Now, when it talks about not eating meat in this context, or food right here, I'm going to show you what he's talking about. Romans chapter 14, verse 1. Okay. Him that is, Romans chapter 14, verse 2. For one believeth that he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs. Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not, and let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth, for God hath received him. Basically, you have people who saying, like the people like the Essenes, right, that you can't eat meat. You're supposed to just be a vegetarian. But what is Paul saying? If you can eat chicken, you can eat turkey, you can eat lawful foods, because God created them to be received with thanksgiving. What's the next one here?
Romans 14 and 17.
For the kingdom of God is not meat and drink, but righteousness and peace and joy in the Holy Ghost. What is the?
He said they're using that to say you can eat an unclean food.
How they would have to demonstrate how that means you can't eat.
It said it doesn't matter what you eat and drink. It said the kingdom of God is not meat and drink because it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Okay. Let me get this. Hold on. Isaiah 66 and 17. Because they're going to use that and twist it, of course. So let's see about the kingdom of God. Isaiah 66 and 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens, behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, those who eat swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse, all unclean foods shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. So if you eat unclean food, you're going to die. That's what the Bible said. Acts 10 and 9, I already know about that, Cornelius. When you read Acts 10, the vision...
No, just get the point. Get the point. What, 10 and like 25?
Yeah. It's not about food. My bad. Acts chapter 10 and verse... No. It's Acts 10 and... Where's it at? It's talking about the Cornelius, of course, but I'm trying to find what it says, a man, when it talks about the man. Hold on. Acts 10 and... Where's it at?
25, like 25, 26.
No, that's not it. Oh, yeah, my bad. It's 28. Acts 10 and 28. And he said unto them, ye know how that is an unlawful thing. Ye know how it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation. When you read that, another and nation, it's the Greek word for kindred. It says one of the people descending from the 12 tribes of Jacob, just to get that out the way. But God has showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. So the topic of that vision in Acts the 10th chapter is not about food. It's about men. What God hath cleansed, call not thou common. Who did he clean? What is that? Ezekiel 39, I think.
No, it might be.
Why sprinkle? You know what I'm talking about?
It's one where he says
he's gonna sprinkle. I know what it is, but I know it's in Ezekiel. I know that for a fact. It might be like 36. Yeah, I think it might be Ezekiel 36.
Yes, 36.
It is
36. Hold on.
And 20 what?
No. 32 to 33.
You're right. Ezekiel 36 and 32.
32 to 33, huh?
Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
Not for your sakes do I do this, saith the Lord. Okay, yeah. Not for this sakes do I do this, saith the Lord God. Be it known unto you, be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord God, in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities,
Israel shall be cleansed. Go ahead.
I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the waste shall be builded. But there's
Woo! Yeah, there's another one. It's another one.
Sprinkle. It says sprinkled. Something like that. Sprinkle or sprinkled. That one's in Ezekiel too, though. Yeah, it's Ezekiel 36 and 25. Here we go. Ezekiel 36 and 25. Sorry, verse 24. For I will take you out from among the heathen and gather you out of all your countries and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you.
Yeah. Get Joel 3 and 20 to 21. Yeah. And then we'll move on.
My bad. I hope this answers your questions, brother. I know it's probably a little sloppy right now. Okay. You said Joel 3 and 21?
3:20 to 21.
All right. Might be time for a side to get a new sword. All my pages sticking together. Joel 3 and 21. 20 and 20. For Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion. So, hope that answers your question. Yeah. A little sloppy, but forgive me. It's almost 3 in the morning. I'm a little tired.
I don't know where. Oh yeah, I said the white card this week. All they do is leech off the south side card. That's all they do. I mean, it's just what they do.
Oh man, can't believe I didn't bring this out. I got 2 more precepts for the brother. This is the book of Job, chapter 14, and then the other one is
We already had Day of Atonement. All praise.
All right, my bad. Job chapter 14, verse 4. This must need to be brought up. It says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Now,
Dagger.
this is Sirach chapter 34, verse 4. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? So,
yeah, if it's it's one thing for you to be clean and get dirty, and then you can get washed. But if you're always dirty, if you were created dirty, you're always going to be dirty. So there's no way to clean those animals. Period. Are bar mitzvahs biblical? No. That's a Talmudic practice. Not biblical.
also too, stuff starting to slowly come back to me. I'm starting to kind of.
Dario Felix, that's such a dagger. That guy is crazy. That's why you got put in timeout.
Yeah. Why, if the law was done away with after Christ, why did Peter say, "I not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is unlawful or unclean"? Why would he say that if you can eat whatever the hell you want? Huh? Why would he do that?
It's ridiculous. And he didn't eat it. He went through that and he refused it. He did not eat. No, Most High, I will not sin. Exactly, Tayana. Exactly, Yak. Con, another good point, Cedar Jacob. Another profound point. Cameron, you're right, but they would never put us on there. They ain't putting us up on there. For sure they not. That would be miraculous.
Yeah, they made a mistake when they put the Israelites on the Howard Stern show. Let alone Breakfast Club.
No.
Special guest in the building.
Good morning, everybody. DJ Envy, Solomon, the guy Angela. Yeah, we are the Breakfast Club. Yeah, cause y'all niggas start getting, you see niggas start getting scared, bro. See, that's why I wanted to be a surprise. Your deacon blew the surprise.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he didn't find out. Somebody dropped a dime. Somebody spilled the beans.
Speaking of,
Somebody was in the spirit of Ephraim, if you know what I mean, that
speaking
day.
of Breakfast Club dropping it down. Or no, he should drop a demo.
Yeah.
Remember Charlamagne got
Oh,
yeah.
we get a drop. Can I get a drop?
Yeah, we can drop.
That's crazy. He runs up on every Israelite camp that he gets an opportunity to, but us, who he's had 3 peaceful, reasonable conversations with, he's making excuses for. That's crazy. Vocab, you know good and well, every time when we went to see you at Disneyland, when we had the discussion on the phone on your radio show, and when I ran into you in Walmart, there was no get on the mic and scream over you. Wasn't none of that. So yes, we're going to be having a camp. Yes, we're going to be outside of y'all little frequency conference or whatever you want to call it. And if anybody has the gall and the testicular and intestinal fortitude to come outside and deal with us, we're not just going to shout over them. We want to have peaceful, reasonable dialogues and debates. We stand in what we believe in. Don't you paint the easy narrative, and it just shows you're the devil and you're no different than any other white person, or you try to pretend to be black so much. You automatically go to, those are the big angry black guys, I shouldn't deal with them, when all you ever do is try to run up on big angry black guys and try to attempt to discredit big angry black guys all the time and rationalize with them. But then the group that have never been big angry black guys to you and have dealt with you on an intellectual level and still cut you, you don't want to, that's an excuse. Rashonda, y'all bashim y'all shot brakatah water water. You know, there's a few things. What are you showing me that for?
You see this dude got the cornrows in his head.
Oh, those are. I didn't even realize. Wow.
Wannabe. But I just,
Big up Rona Midori.
did he say it finally?
No, he didn't. Rona
Rona,
Midori,
man.
say what you're supposed to say, man.
There's another precept for the foods and stuff.
It's all coming back to you.
It's kind of slowly but surely. Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem. You read this chapter as kingdom connotation.
Rello line, you could do it in defense, but it has to be something that's going on. And then you stood up in defense while something like you're there and something's going on. Like you can't do anything reactionary because that wouldn't be considered in defense. Right? But go ahead.
It says, O Jerusalem, the holy city, for henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. So, I mean...
You see, Doc Malone ain't nothing without Stockton.
Yeah, he's not. That's what we... That's
Cameron
what we call
Anderson.
it. That's Eric Mason and Volk Malone. John Stockton and Carl Malone.
Cameron Anderson, y'all bashim y'all shot brakatah water.
And they just couldn't get it done.
He'll have Stockton there.
Yeah.
We just want to engage. We just want the Jazz to play the Bulls. That's all. That's all we want. Yeah, we're not with the camp bashing on here, man. It's just
Shout out to
it's a
Greg
few things.
Millstone.
You know, we just what premiered on the 30th night. Us meeting the elders of Great Millstone. I'm not gonna bash any camps, man. What truth? Who is that? He said, why not debate with Isaiah Yehuda Israel? I don't even know who that is.
Tommy Sotomayor was live calling about talking about him or
God, no. No. Yeah, they got a lot of good Spanish stuff. It's a car. No, Rashana, I know you're not bashing. We're responding to other people who kind of made some comments that are seemingly bashing. I mean, there's a few things, sister. You're just going to have to, I would say, watch our videos and, you'll kind of figure it out. But for the most part, a lot of foundationary things. You gotta understand, we came up out of GMS, so a lot of foundationary things are similar. We certainly have a. There we go, Ronan Midori. How about Shem Yao Shabrakatah about the water? We certainly don't do this Israelite foreigners thing on the level that they do it. We certainly don't teach rape. King Judah, salute to IUIC putting this work in the four corners of the earth. Shalom to them. How do you join up, Eric? Hit the email. That's all we were waiting on. We were waiting on Ronan to say his patented catchphrase.
Yeah, whenever that's like when them producer, they got the tag, like bang, that's it.
Yeah, well, what truth? We dealt with a lot of people who said Latinos are not Israelites. You can go watch those debates and you can see, what happened. I thought I was Hebrew until I took a DNA test. Amarari, real quick, when you took that DNA test, I need to know what samples were utilized to match your DNA. How old those samples were, also, because if you let a DNA test trick you out of your nationality of antiquity, you're retarded, because a DNA test does not test antiquity. There's no DNA samples of ancient Israelites that have been gathered by these DNA companies for you to be able to reference. So that was a mistake. Really, Hebrew Rap the News still MIA. Nah, he's out. Rap the News is still out. He's just not making as much noise as he used to, but he's still out. Unfortunately. He's still cussing, flipping the page. Talking about I'm a word wizard. Let me see.
The Bible don't make sense.
The nigga said it. Oh, look, yeah, he just dropped the video 1 hour ago.
Captain News.
Yeah, he's putting his videos out, but yeah, he's not popping like he once was. Yeah, they change the results over and over too. Shalom Yakor. All praises. All right, with that, we're getting ready to close it up, man. We're going to get ready to close it up. But we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory again to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and say Shalom.
Shalom.